Bam, audio's on. Here we go, and swap. Loco's head is incorrectly shaped, but he'll fit it in the box in just a bit. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Facecheck, where you get your daily dose of League of Legends professional news, LCS news, and get to hear the insights from all the experts here, Zyrene, Dom, and Loco. How's it going, guys? This was a active week here, not only in terms of the LCS, but also Teamfight Tactics comes out today. It'll be out, and we'll talk about that as well. Loco, how are you doing, man? Yeah. I'm not gonna lie though, Loco. I'm pretty sure I woke you up when I called you and said, "Hey, are you awake?" Oh, everyone's muted. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. Say something.
Testing.
Yo,
There we
what's
go.
up?
I think
Hello?
we
Is
got
that better?
everybody now. Yeah. We'll wait for your chat.
Hot.
Sweet. Well, scuffed open yet again. Loco, go ahead. How are you doing this week?
So low still. Some people think we good. Let's see. Okay.
It's all the way up.
Enough people think we're good. All right, let's
Yeah.
go. Okay.
Alright.
So I saw that Dom and Zyrene went to the party from people's Instagram stories, Twitter pictures. I made
Wait,
sure.
people are taking Instagram stories of me? Like,
Yeah,
what the
people
fuck?
were taking. Well,
Dude.
people were
And they
taking
didn't pay
Instagram
you?
stories of everyone.
Well, no, I mean, I'm just like, I don't know if that's the right place to be doing Instagram stories. Like, oh, here's a bunch of people getting fucked up. Let's put it on Instagram.
Wow, no one
Whose
said.
idea is that?
You just revealed people are getting fucked up. I thought you guys.
I mean,
were
it's a
just
party.
chilling and
What-
playing
what-
board
what
games.
if-
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what people.
I
do.
legit
Play
go and
board
play board
games.
games. I legit go and play board games if I go.
I mean, good luck playing a board game in a house with like 150 people. Good luck.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
Anyways, I didn't go. I wanted to go, but I was like, holy fuck, if I go, there's no way I wake up in the morning for this shit. So
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
just
I'm
don't-
gonna
you
be
just don't sleep.
responsible.
That's what you do. You just gotta not sleep.
Wait, are you still up from that, or did you actually
Yeah.
sleep?
No,
Oh
hell
shit!
no, I don't sleep. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Don't you
I'm
see the
never
circles,
sleeping
man?
at a time like that.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Never.
but I was responsible. I was like, I'm not gonna go, and I actually didn't go. Oof.
Well, I'm excited to hear what insights you guys bring from talking with the players and other people into this week's action. LCS, let's start there. Week 3 in the books, and our final undefeated team finally went down. Optic not only lost once, lost twice, but more importantly, boys and girls, we got 100 Thieves off on the board, finally winning against the feared Echo Fox squad that has been tinkering with their roster as well. Let's start there with the positive story. So 100 Thieves find themselves a win, a roster swap, finally kind of getting things going. Dom, what were your initial thoughts here on 100 Thieves, like getting
I don't
off
know.
the time?
The way that I see it is it just proves that no matter how good Someday is, he's not better than Soligo is bad. Like the difference, like, so you just need to leave, like, whatever you have to do to get Soligo off the team and have like Ryu play, you just have to bench like one of like the players that's actually good.
Jesus.
It's the only way
that's
that team
nuts.
works.
Damn.
Yeah.
Dom can't see positive in anything.
He
Well, I
did
mean,
see the
is there-
positive. He did see the positive. They found the solution.
Like, is there any positive in Soligo's play? Because like,
Wow.
if you want to like explain it to me, I'm down to fucking figure it out. But for me, it's just he
Damn.
literally just doesn't ever have pressure.
Yeah.
Poor Stoligo, he goes to scouting grounds, does well at scouting grounds, gets picked up for the academy team because the team goes up and down. He has to play for the LCS team, gets randomly flamed by Dom.
Well, I
Oh.
mean, it's not random. Like it's like like this is how it works. It's like when a diamond player gets in a challenger game and you flame them, and it's like it's not their fault that they're there. Technically, it's like
It's the
Riot's fault.
matchmaking.
Yeah, it's Riot's fault that he's there. So it's like it's 100 Thieves' fault that he's there, but he's still gonna get flamed anyway. Because like at the end of the day, he just like sucks. So
Was
Bad matchmaking. Like that's all it is.
was Soligo the guy in Scouting Grounds who was running like Aftershock, Kennen, and like Rise
Yeah,
and
that
stuff
was
like that?
that was
Who's that?
Strumpist.
Oh yeah, that's Strumpist. Yeah, another S name. But yeah, Soligo, like there really didn't seem to be too much upside to him. But like I actually personally, I might be a little biased, but I actually like Fake God a lot. I don't think he's like
He's not bad.
I don't think he's better than like Someday by any means. But I feel like as a North American talent and non-import who can actually like play top lane really well and has a lot of upside to him, I even look at him and be like, damn, like if CLG had picked this guy up instead of Ruin, maybe they like Ruin's not like destroying the team by any means, but it's like he's not carrying the team. So Fake God has that carry potential that I don't see a lot of NA top laners have.
What? Wait.
But he's
Didn't
so
Fake
young,
God
though.
get solo killed multiple times by
He did.
solo after getting a lead?
did.
And he did.
He
He
did.
did carry later on. He did carry later on. He looks better on
Yeah.
Aurelia than Dokla does. But
Yeah, but I think he's so young that like and he's so new to the LCS that he's gonna have those issues of like getting killed in lane. He's gonna have those issues of not respecting ganks. But I feel like he's such a good mechanical player that I would invest in him and be like let's see where this goes.
Yeah, he's okay. I don't think he's that good.
Wait,
He's
he
just
got
okay.
they got a first blood on him
Yeah,
in the
he gets a
Aurelia Kali
gank and then
matchup,
Mm-hmm.
and then he died twice in like solo situations. So I was pretty like shocked because I
Me
heard
too.
good things about Fake God,
Yeah.
and then he got the first blood in a very snowbally matchup. I'm like, okay, this is the game
Yeah.
he's gonna carry, and
Mhm.
he did none of. His team fighting was good, but his
His team
laning,
fight's good.
disappointed me a lot.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not that hard to team fight when you're ahead. I feel like so. I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. I just don't think he's that good. But it's just like 100 Thieves. Anything is a pause. Like if they like, I don't know. Like him just not making the game unwinnable means that he's an upgrade. Like means that the Ryu and
Because
him is-
he's competing at Soligo and he's not competing at Someday. Yeah.
yeah, he's not. He's like he just has to like not lose the game alone.
Can Someday play mid or something? Like,
I mean, we were seeing the swaps.
That's
there.
the move. That's the move. Someday, Nick. We're going into Piglet territory.
Holy shit,
Oh, dude.
now. My God. Oh God, Piglet
Okay.
territory. I guess we'll get into that later. What Piglet territory really is.
There's people talking about how good Bang is and like how consistent Bang is. I see Bang play, and he actually
Uh-oh,
doesn't
here
do
we
much
go.
in team fight. His laning's been okay, but his team fighting, I actually think has been really scared.
Yeah, I mean, he's just kind of like a late game, like I don't like. It's just like okay, if he makes it through lane, like he can probably do something.
Hmm.
So
Do we
I
think
mean-
that
Yeah.
do we think that is the answer though? Like this is the best raw and Surrey answer. You just have to bench Someday, and he just has to take it. You're not going to get an NA mid laner to come on in. Soligo was the answer, so
I
that's
actually
it, right?
think NA bot laner wouldn't be
yeah,
bad for them.
yeah,
if they
you can do
find
it. You can do
someone.
80 carry too. You just can't have Soligo play. That's it.
Oh, Bang an Academy, dude. That just
That
Is
sounds...
Soligo injured gamer or something?
No, he's just bad. I'm pretty sure. Like from watching LCS, I think he was just the worst mid laner by far. Like,
Actually,
did you see
I won't know.
how hard he got fucked in Academy versus Yasui this week?
I didn't see that. You watch Academy games too? Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
I just
What
wanted
the hell?
I just wanted to see Soligo play Academy. Guess what? He inted in Academy too. He got fucking dicked the entire game by Yasui. Like he's just really bad. Like really insanely offensively bad. That's it.
Wow. Okay.
That's what it is, man.
Before Dom starts insulting his family, anyone else have anything else on Lux Team?
Yeah, I just feel like there's. It's so unfortunate that Someday and or Bang have to play Academy right now. Like that just sucks that they don't have an answer there. You have 3 imports on your squad, and you can only use 2, and it seems like they didn't have the answer there. And so now they're just makeshifting it here. Glad that they found the win, but this doesn't seem like a long-term solution for any sort of success this season.
I mean, you have to make sure like you make changes when things are that bad. You have to make sure. I actually love that 100 Thieves are trying shit instead of staying with the same roster. It would have been disastrous.
Yeah. And it's like on paper, you go like you're benching Someday. Like, what the fuck are you doing? But it does make a lot of sense that getting Soligo out of there helps him a lot because just mid lane is so fucking competitive in every region, pretty much. So if you have the worst mid laner, you probably have the worst team in the league.
Honestly, I want to tell North American mid laners that are coming up, unless you're fucking like a prodigy level player, just
Swap
switch.
roles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I genuinely, like, as career advice, unless you are like fucking prodigy level, you have to swap roles.
Yeah, I mean, NA mid laners just all suck. There's not like one of them that's like good besides for Pobelter, I'd say.
Like, if you go to jungle, like, you're competing versus like NA players. If you go to mid lane or top lane, you're competing versus like international players for spot on a roster. It just makes it so incredibly hard. Like, swap roles if you're an NA player listening.
Just don't play. Just
Up
don't even
your
try to
fucking
play mid.
chances. Like, up your fucking chances. Like, of actually getting onto an LCS team. Don't play fucking mid lane.
Damn.
Damn.
That's
It's
Loco.
true though, man.
Crushing
It's,
dreams,
it's
man.
True.
Yeah,
Oh.
broken hearts.
All right. Well, there it is. 100 Thieves found themselves a win and still looking for a long-term mid lane replacement. And so we'll keep an eye on that one for their changes. 3 teams went 2-0 this weekend, and it was the old guard. It was TSM, Team Liquid, and surprisingly, kind of not surprisingly, CLG, not at Cloud9. Cloud9 went 1-1 against the TSM match. I wanted to chat about finally seeing those teams kind of kick it into form. You said earlier, Team Liquid, it almost looks like they're not quite disinterested, but easing into the season. Very much Golden State Warriors-esque, where it's like, hey, look, it's regular season. We're trying things out. We're not super sharp here, but we'll clear things out. It wasn't that easy for Liquid to win in the Optic game specifically. Smithy came on over with the Baron steal. Not even an impactful Baron that was taken, but like something that stopped Optic from winning until they could stall out. Doublelift got huge, and then the game closed out from there. But just want to get your thoughts on those 3 squads with a solid week 3.
Well, for TL, I do think like they came in really fucking slow, and even in their games, they're not incredibly clean. Like, they make so much mid-game mistakes. They make mistakes in fight setup, which is not TL at all. Like, the game versus Optic was more Toklay really being fucking garbage than TL being like an amazing team. So I don't know. I should be worried for TL, but I'm just not worried for TL. I know it as a fact. I know that TL is bored, and I know TL is better than what they showed. So I try to be worried for TL because they aren't really playing well, but it's still so fucking hard to be worried for TL.
Yeah, you just have a feeling when you watch them that it's like, okay, they'll be in shape when it matters. Like, they'll be good when it matters. That's at least how I feel.
In NA, I always get that feeling like they'll be good in NA, when it matters. Not always internationally, but they did well last time. So hope is on the rise for them. I wonder a lot, like, what Rift Rivals are going to look like for them.
I don't give a fuck about Rift Rivals.
Well, I think they actually give a fuck about Rift Rivals because it's probably going to be the best competition they'll get all split.
Yeah, but it's so early in the split. I feel like it's like, I don't think that anyone's playing their best at that point. But,
you don't think? I think the EU teams, like, I agree with Zyrene's point here though. Like, if no one here in the LCS playing their best, you go overseas, you know you're gonna get the best shot from those top teams, especially G2. So at least you have G2 to scrim against over and over again.
Yeah, I guess you get to play versus G2. It's the only thing.
Rift Rivals is hard to take seriously though. All the teams are talking about how it doesn't matter, and like, you don't want to fucking show stress. You don't want to try hard for a meaningless tournament. Just the timing of Rift Rivals is so weird.
Yeah.
Where Parks has openly complained about it, and he said he's not going to be try harding as much, and he thinks it's stupid as fuck. I'm not sure how NA teams are going to see it.
Yeah, I totally understand that, because I remember when Rift Rivals, when I first heard about it back in the office, I was like, why are we putting this in the middle of the split? Like, I don't understand. If we want to, spread things out, this tournament feels really forced, in my opinion. I know they want to do the whole NAEU rivalry, and then they want to have LPL Korea, LMS, they want to have that happen. But I don't know how great of a time it is, but I don't know a better time for it for the most part, because we already have All-Star event and we already have MSI. So your calendar is kind of full, and fitting in more international events on the global calendar, it just is you have to put it in the middle.
Yeah, where else could you put it?
Yeah,
you can't put it anywhere else. I mean, it's just such a, I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess maybe preseason before spring, like have EU and NA face off.
Yeah, but it's so meaningless then.
Is
too.
that
It's like,
yeah?
There's just no point for it. Like you have a split that matters, and then MSI, and then you have another split that matters, and then Worlds. That's it.
What? Well, I guess I have a question where it's like, if we had an NA versus EU tournament, I think it still wouldn't matter to people because they'd be like, yeah, we just won NA versus EU. Where's fucking like LPL, LCK? Like I think the people basically don't consider it a tournament unless Korea is there or China is there with them, right?
That's changing a little, but still, I know what you mean. It's not very global, and it's just isolated to the West.
Yeah, and that'll always be like the thing is they'll just be like, oh, that's not a real tournament. It's not international.
Yeah.
It doesn't have everybody, I guess, is kind of the idea.
Oh, do you guys want to switch to a different team? Which
yeah,
ones do you feel stronger about?
I was gonna say let's touch on TSM. They decided on a jungler here. Grig got both starts and looked good, and TSM had a back and forth game in the Cloud9 one. Definitely enjoyed watching them take care of business, and then Clutch was still in it, but TSM going 2-0 here. Thoughts there, Dom?
I think they're just the second best. I think that they're just still one of the best teams in the league. I still think it's TL, then TSM, then C9. Like nothing's really showed me otherwise. I don't know. I just feel like they still just have coordination on like the top 3 teams just have coordination on another level. Like when they actually play well, they have coordination on another level than the other teams. And it feels like the other teams like will never hit right now. So I just like I really liked a lot of like the plays that they made, even like with that like int level 3 mid by Bjergsen or whatever. They still like were able to just come back. It felt like it didn't really stall the pace of the game, which is what I feel like happens with good teams. Like they'll die in a gank or they'll have something go negative, but they're still like playing the game out. Whereas you see like the worst teams just start shutting down. It's like one kill happens and then they're no longer getting vision. They're no longer like doing proactive things. They're kind of just like trying not to die. Yeah. So I mean, I'm pretty confident that like that team is just going to be in the finals again.
Yeah, hard agree. And I think a great demonstration of your point was like this Clutch Gaming game where I felt like they just had a really good comp. They tried out the Twisted Fate with Trinity Force, Rapid Fire Cannon and stuff. And like they split pushed them apart. They just 1-3-1 them. And it's like they had zero answer to that on Clutch's side. Like Clutch looked like they had no idea how to deal with it from a coordination standpoint. So I think your point, Dom, is incredibly valid of like, their teamwork is just on a different level that I don't even know if they would. I don't even know if the teams below them will be able to hit that level by the end of the split. I actually highly doubt it. So I think roster synergy is huge, and people struggle with it when we even see it with like Fox and like Fox, 100 Thieves, and like some other rosters. Just like they don't know how to get the roster to work together, and they're trying desperately, which means that it's harder to make it work together because you aren't giving them the time too.
So for TSM and Grig playing 2 games, I actually had an interview with Broken Blade. So I asked him, yo, Grig played 2 games this weekend. Does that mean no more Acadian? He said the team wanted to try out what the week looks like when you have Grig playing the whole week and then playing 2 games because they already know what that looks like with Acadian because they did it in Spring Split.
Right.
I'm not sure how much of a PR answer that is. So
no, they're still making their decision. Like they're still making their decision.
If it's a leak from the offline party.
I mean, it's not really leaked. It's just like they're still making their decision. That's what they're saying publicly, and that's what it is privately too. Like they're just trying to decide.
We know what they might be saying publicly, but like we as like insiders know what teams say publicly is very different from what they're thinking internally. So I'm not sure if that's what they're thinking internally.
Well, I feel like the longer you keep the idea of them competing for their spot, the more you keep the longer you keep Acadian motivated and potentially Grig motivated too. Because as soon as you know you got the job, sometimes people just like they're more prone to having mistakes, or they feel like they'll be forgiven for the mistakes a little easier.
Yeah, they have 2 pretty damn good junglers. So
yeah, same with Optic. Jesus Christ, share some dude. One team's got Lyra. I'm just saying, like holy shit.
The other team has Rush.
Yeah, I was gonna say Rush. Sad boy Rush.
The whole thing about like this competition thing for me is Acadian is like very much like a confidence-based jungler. Like if you pump him up, he's like, oh yeah, let's fucking go. And then Acadian does well. But if you take away his confidence, then I think Acadian suffers a lot. So Grig playing 2 games this weekend and also winning both cannot be good for Acadian's confidence.
I don't even feel like that's like, I don't know. I know Acadian. I feel like his confidence just comes from like how much like
he believes in himself.
Feels, how much he feels like he understands the game at a current moment. So like when he's like, oh, I know what champions to pick into everything. Like that was when he's so confident in spring, right? Like it's like, oh, if they pick Rek'Sai, I pick Kindred. If they pick Jarvan, I pick Rek'Sai. Like he just had like all the picks that he wanted. He knew.
Really, I thought he would just play Rek'Sai into everything.
So that almost sounds like confidence through like knowledge, not just
I feel like he's not like insecure. Where Greg being there, like Greg's presence is gonna make him feel worse. It's like, oh my god, like competing for my job. Like I think that he's just like if he feels like he's playing well, I feel like then he's just gonna be super confident.
I thought you were gonna say it's not like Greg who's insecure, but it's like no, it's just Greg who's there is not makes him insecure. Well, so TSM obviously looking strong. The other squad that ended up 2-0 was CLG. So CLG coming out on top against Golden Guardians and Echo Fox. So an Echo Fox game that I think rewatching it felt like they didn't have business to be in until all of a sudden Apollo walked forward and got blown up, and it was like, oh no, this felt like old Clutch Gaming Apollo accidentally giving it away, and then CLG took advantage of it. Power of Evil 1 and 3, that was a big game for Wiggly there, I think facilitating, and then kind of the same thing with Golden Guardians where it was like an immediate end after a big team fight, and then they were able to capitalize on it. But CLG locking it in and going 2-0. Zyrene, what are your thoughts on their 2-0 weekend?
I think you gave like a shout out to Wiggly, and I think he completely deserves it. I think he played incredibly well throughout both their games, but then I still think that Ruin, I'm believing more and more every week what Loco Doco is saying. When I watch Ruin, I'm like, this guy is not like jumping out to me as anything really special, nothing like that. But Loco's like, he's not Darshan. And that's like the upside apparently. And I don't want to believe it, but at the same time, it's the only explanation I have for the fact that they're doing better with him in the top lane. Is that he's not like Darshan, and I think that sucks. But
I feel like he's just a self-sufficient player. Like he's the type of like player where you can like, he's like a worse version of Impact. He's Impact Light to me, where you can like plug him in and he'll be like self-sufficient and he's gonna like, he knows what he wants to do. He's able to like make plays with the team, but realistically, like he's just not as good as Impact is.
I have nothing against Darshan, but here's what I think Darshan like kind of added to CLG negatively. Darshan was a resource hog. He liked having ganks. He liked getting later picks to counter, and he also liked early picking sometimes to get OP picks. And he wouldn't deliver on those. Like when you are a resource hog, you have to be good. Like think Huni when he's playing well versus Huni when he's playing bad. Like holy fuck, the team looks so different. And Darshan was more closer to Huni playing bad all the time. So. Nice. It affects bot lane negatively because it kind of fucks their draft, and also bot lane is a lane where you can play independent, but it is so much better to play with jungle. Like whenever they're running shit like Lux Caitlyn and a lot of their Lux comps, if they don't have jungle support, you can't play Lux Caitlyn that way. And also for Wiggly, how it affected him negatively is Darshan is also a shot caller, so Wiggly's decision making kind of gets stunted as jungle because you're playing towards top side all the time. So it's not like Darshan was like a toxic teammate, but his playstyle kind of makes him be the center of things and takes away agency from other people. And if you're not delivering, your team's going to look shitty. And now that they don't have Darshan, like the agency goes back to the jungler, goes back to bot lane, and they can actually play how they feel like it's best, and they're showing the fuck up.
Yeah, I've always hated... I had like a hierarchy of like what I think the best shot calling roles are. And like the worst one is probably AD. But second worst is top lane in my opinion, because like having a mid laner or a support or jungler, I just feel like is like miles ahead.
I feel like late game. I feel like late game mid and AD are actually really good shot callers. I feel like
AD in team fights, I can see that. Yeah,
I feel like AD. The reason why I always felt like AD was a good shot caller late game is like so much is determined by your AD's like confidence of what he's able to do. Like your mid laner and your AD pretty much have to like be like, okay, this is what I can do. This is what I need from like the fight, and like. This is how you like set me up to perform well. I feel like the ADs that are able to do that are just like the ones that are like top tier. I feel like that's how Doublelift is, and that's why he's such like a good like I guess shot calling AD now.
He talks about what he needs.
Yeah, he's so confident. Like I need this to happen so I can carry the fight, and I feel like people like it gives your jungler and like your top laner, your support a really good like structure for like how you want the fight to play out, and I feel like that's so important going into the team fight, being able to like kind of like formulate how the fight's going to go beforehand and like what the win conditions of the fight are.
And top lane shot calling is like, back up, guys. I'm hitting turret. Back up. Do you guys need me?
Yeah,
Do you need me to
I think,
TP?
I mean, I think that there's obviously like shot calling in every role. Like I know Licorice is like really good at like communicating his split push. Like he's really good about like in detail figuring out like, okay, I'm gonna like push this wave, then I'm gonna do the gromp, put a ward, and then I'm gonna get the next wave, and then I'll try to hit turret, and like then I can like look for a TP, like that type of shit. Like he's very good about like controlling like what he wants to do with his split pressure. Whereas like I feel like a lot of the new players, like somebody that I felt like never really got that was like Lorlo, for example. I felt like he never actually landed like top lane shot calling, like I am split pushing, I'm in control.
Yeah.
Situation.
Leave my boy Samson alone. Go ahead, Loco. I know how much you love. I know how much you love Samson. Get in there.
Lorlo is very vocal, but he doesn't know the right things to be saying a lot of times, and I felt like his map understanding was bad. So he would call for greedy stuff without knowing the right timings of it. And often enough, like when we made bottom place, he was like, was that worth it? So where he didn't understand map state. Like I do agree with you, Dom. Like top lane shot calling is really difficult because you're so inclined to be greedy, and you have to make it work, and you have to be like so on point about being greedy. Like unless you're like Huni Rainover, unless you're like Marin Bengi level of synergy and like carry and the meta's right for you, like top lane shot calling often is pretty garbo.
Yeah, but because it's garbage and you don't really need it, like having Ruin on CLG like completely works. And I feel like that's the only reason why, which sucks. But I think like PoE's team fighting is really good. Like PoE kept them in the game. And honestly, I feel really sad for like Golden Guardians, but we had to have like a big throw in at least one of them. I think that was like the biggest throw of the weekend, right? Was that one. And that was just, I thought Golden Guardians would be able to close it out. And then there's some picks, some deaths, Baron, and then just like PoE on Victor. Like, I don't know what it is, but that Victor is just like, nobody else is playing it. Getting practice against like a good Victor right now in scrims, it's like pretty rare.
It's like Jensen and Bjerg I know can play it, but they probably won't, and they don't need to.
I mean, Froggen's played it before, right?
Froggen.
Yeah.
But CLG has like two picks that they do really well with. It's Victor mid and also Lux Flex. Like they're on fucking top of the world when it comes to those picks.
Lux is bullshit, dude. Fuck that champion.
Yeah, that champion is actually busted. Like the W shield is just so retarded. You see like a Lux level 7 user shield, it's like, wait, that's like a 500 fucking damage shield for the whole team.
I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Did you see the Golden Guardians game versus 100 Thieves where
they put
the
Lux
Rumble? It was Lux mid.
I'm looking up the exact numbers of it, but this is just fucking bullshit. This champion, I swear to God.
The Rumble, they had a Talia wall.
Lux Wiki, oh my, it's just way too good of a champion once people figured out W Max. It's just there's certain champions that are balanced around like the way that people play them, and Lux is a champion that like no one ever thought about maxing W, and then as soon as everyone started maxing W, okay, what is the shield strength? So without the ratio, it's a 330 HP shield max rank.
AoE.
Yeah, AoE. So it's 330, and it has a 20% ratio on the beginning and a 40% ratio at the end.
60% ratio.
So it's a 60% ratio. It's a 60 fucking percent ratio on a champion that already does damage, and then now has like essentially like something that like level 9 is going to be a 500 damage shield for the whole team. Could potentially be 2,500 damage saved. Like
where it looked the most fucking OP was Golden Guardians versus 100 Deeps. It's late game. 100 Deeps uses Talia wall, cuts off escape for Golden Guardians carries, and then Froggen uses Lux shield, and then the Rumble ult drops top of Froggen and the Death Fleet, and they're not losing HP. They're just sitting on top of the Rumble ult with the Lux shield and not losing HP. And that's where I was like, okay, this shit is fucking bullshit.
Yeah, it's nuts, dude. Like I looked at like rank up incentives too. I'm like, oh, light binding is literally just like 45 damage per rank, no cooldown, nothing like that. And that just makes me go like, oh shit, like this is like almost an obvious thing.
Have cooldown, or E has cooldown, but it's only 0.5 seconds each one.
Yeah, but like having the seconds off of your W, because like if you think about it, the shield lasts 3 seconds, and it actually has like it flies out and then it comes back, and the cooldown's already started when you do that. So it's almost like a 4-second duration for the shield, or like a 4.5. So and it's a 10-second cooldown, so you can keep doing that very frequently, and it's such a high value shield that it just makes it so like you can use Aftershock on her, Revitalize, and like all that good shit. But people run around with Shield Bash and stuff in lane. So they're actually like not sacrificing damage to do this. It's actually pretty nuts.
AoE shield is incredibly powerful, and Riot has done purposely like put it on very limited like champions, like Karma, Mantra, E, like
Which got
Locket.
buffed, like the
Yeah,
whole
like-
like E buff thing. What the fuck? Why?
You're not supposed to have like
Hello?
AoE shield as like a
Is
normal
my internet
skill.
dying?
Nah,
No,
you're
we
good.
hear you.
Yeah,
You
you're
might
fine.
have cut for a sec. But yeah, like AoE shield is an incredibly powerful tool that Riot has limited, and like Lux is like, lols, I don't have it fucking limited. Like I don't play by the same rules.
Because you gotta aim it, dude. Like,
Yeah, it's a skill shot.
I mean, is it getting to the point where it's maybe bannable, right? Or something
I
that you
mean,
want to take
this
away?
is
Next
literally what Dopa said. Dopa had an AMA or he did a video on Reddit where he said that every person that mains Lux in Challenger is gonna lose 500 to 600 LP as soon as they nerf it. That's how broken he thinks the champion is and how like skillless it is.
Damn.
Oh, the average
the same
Lux
all
player.
year.
Yeah, the average Lux player is gonna lose like 500 to 600 LP after they
Yeah.
nerf it.
And,
The
like-
champion has been so good for so long in solo queue, but then just got even better. It's
Well, what I was
Alright.
thinking was that there would be like a swap out for Yuumi to Lux, because we got to see a Yuumi get through and get played by Optic. Cloud9 opted to play into
not
Yuumi.
no fuck Yuumi. Like legit, that champion is. I complain about Lux, but like at least Lux is killable. Yuumi, man, that champion just makes mediocre players amazing. If you have like a good jungler and somebody's playing Yuumi, just like hop on, dude, and it's the easiest fucking game of your life.
When your team is good and team is coordinated, Yuumi is so fucking bullshit. Like that
Yep.
champion, like she is unkillable, and she also boosts people. And she's supposed to be weak, right? Okay, so you don't get a skill in W, but she makes up for that by being able to get items a lot easier because she doesn't have to get boots. She makes up for that by being able to run double combat summoners. Like where she's supposed to be weaker because she doesn't have a W and she doesn't have a skill, she actually makes up for it in different ways, and that makes her broken.
Yeah, and the good players are just so like smart about like knowing what they can block, what they can tank before they like detach, reattach. It's so useful like for a smart player to be able to be like, oh, I have like this extra amount of health bar that can't be touched. Like normally in trades you have to worry about like, okay, who's getting focused in this trade and like are they going to be like potentially killed? But then Yuumi just doesn't have that factor where it's like if they play right, as long as they're not getting CC'd when they're detached, you just get free fucking HP buffer, and your Sivir is just going to be able, like, instead of like two people being half HP, you just have a full fucking HP Sivir and like a Yuumi who's like low under him, which doesn't matter. With the heal.
I saw a fucking Yuumi like pop out to take a Lee Sin Q, ran at the Lee Sin, so he was like not as close to his AD, and then he just W'd to the AD. I was just like, fuck, dude. Like, oh my god, there's like so many frustrating situations.
All right. Well, I'll get us out of here. No more Yuumi
Yeah,
talk.
thank you, dude. Thank
all
you.
you guys are getting PTSD now of your solo queue games. Let's move into a not as great topic. Obviously, Optic going 0-2. Not the greatest thing in the world for them, losing to Cloud9 in day number 1 and day number 2, dropping to Liquid. And
As expected, right?
Yeah, we touched on it. They had an easier schedule. Their schedule was going to get harder. We're going to get to see if they were for real or if they weren't. And in this case, Cloud9 has just exploited what everyone has said should be exploited against this team. They just went top and gave it to Dokla. And we're like, hey, Sneaky, you're on their own. You're on your own. You're going to drop yourself 30 CS or however much CS he was down at, like 10 or 15. They showed the graphic in the breakdown. But Dokla just could not carry on anything else other than Poppy, and he had his chance with I think Aurelia, and also had his chance with Gangplank, not able to do anything, and the rest of the guys weren't able to carry. Is this the real Optic Gaming? Is this the one that we expected to see?
Yeah, I mean, it is. This is who Optic is, but the biggest thing regarding like Dokla thing, I don't think it's just purely Dokla. There is a essence where it is purely Dokla not being the greatest top laner, but also Meteos doesn't play the best to top lane. Like you think about all the old Meteos teams, C9 Balls, very independent, and then you think P1 Ziggs was a purely a tank player, and then you're like, oh, but he did have a carry in Someday. Someday and Meteos never had good synergy, and a lot of times it's Someday split pushing or Someday laning by himself.
Or
Yeah,
outplaying the dives. Like that
Yeah.
whenever we think of like that 100 Thieves crazy someday, it was because he was under turret
It-
making magic happen.
Yeah, because someday had like mad value where people would throw stuff at him and like the return on investment would not be as high because he wouldn't give as much in return. So like he would earn you other stuff on the map, right? He's like, I pulled 2 people top, they didn't even get a kill. Go do something bottom, like easy. Like that was the appeal of Someday when Meteos was on the team.
Meteos is a farm heavy jungler that can play to certain lanes, and top is not one of them. And that is fine. Like Meteos is still a good player, but that's something people have to start recognizing about Meteos when they play with him and when they play against him.
Yeah,
I don't feel like he's that farm heavy. Like it doesn't feel like he has like huge CS leads. Like when I watch him, it feels like he's just like a pathing jungler where he's literally just gonna try to get plays off out pathing people instead of like through, you know, forcing like skirmishes or forcing like crab fight or something like that. He's just gonna just look for pathing around the enemy jungler. He wants to go for the gank where he is ganking and the enemy jungler has 0 chance of being there. I feel like that's how he plays now.
Like I knew that back on 100 Thieves there were clashes between him and Afromu.
And probably.
Yeah, and I guess probably. But I think there was a shot calling issue where I believe it was Afromu believed that you could win a game of League of Legends, and if you played it perfectly, you'd never have to actually fight anybody. So if you just play the map,
era.
yeah, you'd never have to fight anybody to win the game. And you see that a lot in like the 100 Thieves style back then, where like they wait for Cody's Sun to scale, and then even later it was like they just try to play the map and they aren't that good at playing the map, like last split. But Afromu believes you should just win the game without having to fight. And that's the like preferred method, because as soon as you fight, you leave things up to, you know, much more variance as opposed to playing a kind of a map state or a meta.
Actually the opposite of how I see the game right now.
Yeah.
Literally the exact opposite.
Yep.
I was talking to like a bunch of like analysts and just players, and pretty like the general consensus is the way that you win the game right now is you take like even numbered skirmishes and you outplay. Like that is like how they see the game, where it's like you pick champions that are good for fighting, and then you look for even numbered fights and you just fucking win the game through fighting, because it's so hard with like the fact that they removed Tracker's Knife and just vision is less like purchasable. It's essentially like a game where it's more about like just taking the fights and like forcing good fights rather than just rotating around the map and like trying to outsmart your opponent.
Dude, when the fuck are they gonna fix that like trinket swapping thing where you can get 2 wards all the time?
I've literally been doing that for like a month and a half. Like 3 months.
It's so broken, dude.
Yeah, I do it every game.
Ugh. Like I saw like Smithy do it the first time I saw it, and I was like, wait, what the? I was like, well, did he just what?
Siren, can you explain it for everyone?
So the way that it's coded is your trinkets give like basically a percentage of, if you swap them to a different one, it gives you a percentage of that cooldown. So if you have a full red trinket available, you swap it to yellow and you get 2 yellow wards immediately. So the start of the game, if you walk out, ward the pixel brush, go back, buy red trinket. Red trinket has a very low cooldown on it. It's like 90 seconds or something like that. Whereas getting a normal ward is like 180. And so you path your jungle, 90 seconds will go by. If you don't use that sweeper, your first recall, swap it for yellow and you get 2 wards. And you just keep swapping them back and forth.
You can even do it. You can even get a sweep off because it's just based. Yeah. So like when your sweeper is up, that is considered 2 yellow wards. So when your sweeper is up and you sell it, you get 2 yellow wards. So if you do your first clear, you like go to the crab at 315, you sweep, and then you don't base until like 450 or something like that, or 445. Your red trinket will be back up. You can sell it for the 2 yellow wards again. So it's it's essentially just the internal cooldown, because like the way that it works is like a normal ward is like 180 cooldown, and since like the red sweeper is less, the timer internalizes too. So it's like 180, but to have 2 wards would be like 360. Right. So yeah, so like that's like all the time. So like the 100 seconds of sweeper like links up to the 180 seconds of yellow trinket, except you just get an extra ward then. Yeah. When it's up. So it's like it's just busted.
And there's like a min-max thing, like whenever you're dead, just swap to red trinket because it actually cools down all your other trinkets faster. So it's actually stupid. If you're dead and sitting there, because it's like almost like, I think it's like every second of red trinket is worth like 2 seconds on yellow. And you can even do it with blue trinket too. So, but that's how like with the removal of Tracker's Knife, I see a lot of people doing that just to like have vision in the early game.
Wow, that's so fucking OP.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I was about to say. Solo queue grinders there. There's your little secret from Zyrian and Dom. Let's roll it back over to Optic just a bit, though. We were talking about Meteos and being a bit farm heavy and changing the way that they play. Arrow looked good throughout.
Arrow looked good, both of them, yeah.
Yeah, I think Arrow is getting back into form. He only died once in both of those series. But Crown and Meteos were off in that game 1 here to game 2. What can they do? Can they do anything? Or is it just, hey, look, Dokla, you've got to survive. You've got to survive, and everyone else has to make the plays when they have the opportunity.
Don't fucking pick Dokla Irelia. Like they prioritized Irelia Sejuani, and they didn't go to Irelia lane once, and then Impact's GP beat the Irelia in lane, just poked the fuck out of Irelia. Dokla never went for an all-in, and after that, he just got out-split pushed. And as an Irelia, if you're not fucking playing aggressive on the GP, especially when you have Sejuani on your team and the Sejuani never comes up, like don't fucking pick Irelia. And this is how teams have to start abusing Optic. Give them top lane carries. Like, don't be afraid of giving them certain carry champions because they won't be able to execute it. Like, we saw that in the TL game.
Yep.
So, yeah, like, start fucking exploiting Optic.
Yeah, like, what top lane tanks can people play right now except for Poppy? Like,
Maybe he'll go Maokai or something. I don't know.
You can do Poppy. You can do. Hold on. I need a champion list. I guess it really is just Poppy in the meta right now.
Because that's what Cloud9 banned. They banned Poppy against Optic, and then they were just like, okay.
I saw other stuff.
Like Sion like fell off in
he's
terms of like
bad.
how
The
much people
problem
pick
with
him.
going tanks right now is if you pick a tank early, then somebody just takes Klepto into you and farms you the whole game, and then you just lose the game based off the rune.
Hey, they can play Akali, they can play GP, they can play pretty much anything.
Yeah, they just play Kennen into it with Klepto or fucking like Gnar with Grasp. Like there's just so many things that just shit on tanks right now. But
So far, I think it's only been Poppy and Ornn that's been played as tanks in the meta.
Yeah.
I think if you're Optic, though, you kind of you just have to go through it, right? And say, hey, Dokla, they're going to give you carries, and you're going to have to learn how to play carries. And
no, they don't have
there's
enough
no
time.
answer.
If they do that, I think they'll have a worse record. They have to play with the pieces they have.
Because Dokla looks best when it's like split push and they leave him alone. But I feel like if they leave him alone on split push champions and the other jungler actually pays attention to top at all, then he tilts the matchup and then Dokla's just useless in the game because he can't even split push against his opponent.
Wait, we saw split push Dokla last split. We saw split push Dokla last year. Like, don't go split push Dokla. We know exactly what split push Dokla looks like, and it doesn't look good.
That was the only way they won games last.
That's
split.
how they won.
Yeah,
that was the only way they could win.
I was going to say, though, I think other things broke, and it wasn't necessarily just split push Dokla's fault. Like, because when I think of Dokla, I think Fiora or something.
I don't think it's like a big deal that they lost at all. Like they're with like all those other teams like Golden Guardians where you're literally fighting for fourth. That's how I see it.
Yep.
Like I don't think that there's any world where they're going to be better than C9, TSM, or TL before the end of the split. So like them maxing out is like where FlyQuest maxed out last split. Like all these teams, they should just be shooting for fourth place.
Yeah, we're giving them like a hard time, right? But like they played against like the top 2 teams or top 3.
They're gonna get shit on. They should get shit on. If they don't get shit on, there's a problem.
Yeah, if they actually won those matches, then it's just like that's actually crazy. But I think they actually had like a really good against TL. It was like really close. I was actually really worried for TL for a bit there.
Crown played so well. Crown line picked Azir, Jensen counter picked with Orianna. I mean, it's fucking 2 control mages going at each other.
Yeah.
Crown got solo kills. Crown had prio. Crown is, I think, the most legit player on Optic. He's the one player you put on different teams. Like, holy fuck.
Yeah, his was clean, I thought.
Yeah.
What do you think, Zyrian? Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, I think Meteos is kind of the same way in my opinion. You put him on a team, he's gonna do well. Like, but Crown is legit, like for sure.
I would value Crown a little bit higher than Meteos, but I still agree with you overall.
Mm-hmm. Right. Did you guys see the Meteos tweet where he's like, I really don't like when people blame Dokla for Optic struggles. He is a great player and kind teammate. Please be patient.
I can't.
That sounds so troll. That sounds so fucking troll.
Like, I sit there and I'm like, oh yeah, he doesn't like it when people blame him for the struggles. And then he says, please be patient. I'm like, wait.
Yeah, that's so weird.
You're saying it is kind of his fault, and that you know he's a great player and kind teammate. Please be patient with him. It's like, but you're just kind of like validating that. Yeah, it is a lot his fault.
You know, there's only one team I can't get interviews from at LCS. I've gotten interviews with every single team, but one team.
It's just TSM.
No. Wait, what the fuck? I get TSM interviews every week. Fuck you. What the fuck?
It's Optic?
It's Optic. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Optic.
of course.
I was able to get interviews with Optic last split, but
No,
I haven't.
You flamed Dokla so hard that you can't even get it.
Yeah, I guess not. Like I guess they blacklisted me.
Dude, I don't know why
for voting
Saligo won't add me on my friends list. I've been trying to hook him up.
Dude,
You
like-
can try to do some duo.
Yeah,
some
let's
duos.
do it. I want to have a duo where I just flame him the whole fucking time.
God.
Literally just flame him the whole time.
He seems
Oh.
like the kind of guy at the end he'll be like, "Thank you, Dom. I learned a lot."
Oh god.
All right,
Man,
let's,
that's actually a concern though. Like as an analyst for so long, and I know like some LCS guys had this issue too, where it's like you don't want to talk full shit about a player, because like fuck, I saw literally like Dokla last night at a party, right? It's like
Yeah.
Just talk shit. Talk shit to him at the party.
I,
too.
I,
You're
saw,
not
I,
fucking-
saw, I literally see everyone, and I just show up and I just look them like right in their eyes, like, yeah, that's what I think. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not like, it's not like I have something against you. It's just
Yeah.
like that is actually what I think.
yeah,
That's what's going through my head, and I just say what I think because that's the point of the show. So
Mhm.
And
yeah,
I
you,
think at
you
the
have
end
to be able to like get it out there. But I know that was like a big struggle for like a lot of people in like LCS and
Yep.
stuff, where it's like you want to have that amicable relationship with
I
them.
mean, it's not like if I like saw Saligo, I'd be like, no, I'm sorry, man, I didn't mean what. Like, I'd be.
Oh
if
yeah,
I
yeah.
brought it up, I'd be like, no, I think you're like the worst mid laner in like LCS maybe history.
And
Do
Zyrene,
you-
you're
do you
you're
not
not
think
at
so?
Riot anymore. You can have
Mhm.
terrible relationship with people. I have some absolutely fucking garbage. Like I will fucking kill you on the spot. That person will kill you on the spot if no one.
Just a joke. Twitch TOS. No.
Like I have that kind of relationship with few people in the LCS, and it's fine. And I'm sure there's other people too. Like you don't have to be so PG. Like that's just how sometimes things are, and I think that's completely fine. Like
Yeah.
people are adults. People don't
Yeah.
see things eye to eye, and that's just how it is. We don't have to fucking sugarcoat shit, and like everyone's
Yeah.
friends.
And at the end of the day, like it's about their play, right? And it's not about them as a person or whatever. And if they take it that way, that's not what it's about. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it can be about them as a person. Like if I think the person's work ethic is like garbage. Like if somebody's like not trying and they suck, then it could be like personality driven. But no, I think Saligo tries hard. I think he just sucks. You know, like I don't think it's an effort thing. I think it's just like
Here's my thing on Saligo. I think
bad
Saligo.
genetics. I guess I don't know.
Oh my
What
god.
the
No,
fuck?
What the fuck?
He insulted his family. We knew this was gonna happen. It's like it's literally like given an infinite timeline, Dom will eventually insult your family. Like,
Yeah.
It has to happen.
Yeah, of course, it has to get there at some point. I
And how
insulted
much
somebody's
money?
family.
And how much money you make? It's family, and how much money you make.
I look. I literally insulted somebody's family like to their face yesterday. So like,
What?
Yeah, it's literally at that point. So guy was like, "Oh, do you actually do crack?" I'm like, "Yeah, if your mother's asshole is here, I'd do some off of it." Like, that was the first thing I said. So,
By the way, happy birthday.
Yeah, like, that's just how I am. It's just so natural. I don't even control it at this point. Like it's just that's just who I've become. So it's like a mental illness at this point.
All right, let's
Dude.
getting out. We're ejecting before we get cut off by
Yeah,
terms of
right,
service.
right.
Dr. Disrespect got wrecked earlier this week or last week. We're not getting wrecked. I'm
Dr.
not letting that
Disrespect.
happen. Let's,
Dr. Disrespect.
you touched on it. That was pretty good. You touched on it a bit. Let's hit FlyQuest. This is a team that we thought we're waiting for them to maybe bounce back, and they go 0-2 again, especially losing the game that should be theoretically winnable against Clutch. They drop 0-2. You know who's not looking good for that squad right now is I would say Pobe and Viper. Like these guys haven't been able to show up. No kills all week for Pobe and
Nah,
both those
that
games.
team is all about JJ. Like they're just over JJ. It's so obvious by like how they play. Like they just don't give up. They like think JJ sucks. So like they're essentially just playing 4 people and JJ instead of playing as a team. It's so fucking obvious to me when like I've been on teams and it's so obvious when people just think that they're teammates.
How's that obvious? Like tell everyone
Just
else
like the
what
way
show is.
so like
When you think one of your teammates
Okay.
sucks, Dom, what do you
What
do?
do you do?
No, so this is just kind of what it is. Like a lot of times supports will get caught, but if you see like a support like Core JJ like start getting caught, like 9 times out of 10 TL's like turning that into an engage because they're like, okay, like if he gets caught but like in this position, like it's a tank support, whatever, we're gonna back him up, like we're gonna turn that into an initiation. We're gonna like use the fact that you wasted stuff killing our support to try to kill you. Like they're very like coordinated and they're very like protective of like their teammates, right? Because they like have confidence that like their teammate is not doing something completely fucking retarded. They probably will be able to like they're probably going to be able to get something off the play, like at least some type of trade. When JJ like starts getting caught, his whole team just fucking ditches him instantly. It's like, oh, that's another day. Like he dies alone like 7 times a game, and it's like not once is it like, all right, can we force something here? It's like no, he's just caught again. Like that's all it is.
God, that game versus TL was so painful. Let's start off
6 steps.
It was 2-4 in kills, and then it ended 15-4. Like, holy shit, dude! Like, you get like a person picked, like they just, oh my god, that was so painful to watch. Like the last 8-9 minutes of that game.
This team's mid game is just so fucking bad. I don't understand how. I was like, maybe it's because they pick Elise a lot and they don't know how to play with Elise mid game. That is somewhat true, but like they have decent early games and then they just are like non-existent in mid game.
I think the meta just like really fucks FlyQuest right now because their best player is their jungler, and for all intents and purposes right now, it's a tank meta for jungle. Like you see what people are playing, it's Skarner, Sejuani, Trundle's coming back, like that, like Olaf.
Yeah.
This is pretty much just what happens because
Jarvan.
so it's essentially what happens is like they nerf jungle a bunch of times for solo queue, and it gets to the point in competitive where you're just so far behind that you have to go tanks. Like it's the only way you'll have usefulness in the game. Like you're just so under farmed. Like obviously when junglers are getting kills and stuff in solo queue, you're kind of keeping pace with the game. But in competitive, you don't get that many kills. So a lot of times you're just like clearing and warding. Like you're clearing your jungle and warding. And if you're like super underfarmed and you have low amounts of experience for that, you'd rather be like a fucking Sejuani that's 3 levels behind the mid laner than a fucking Rek'Sai or a Hecarim.
Oh yeah, because you can do something at that point.
So it's literally just a tank meta again, and they have their best player is gonna be forced on like a champion that won't be able to.
Somebody's got to be a bitch in the composition. Right now, it's not the top laners because they get to play fun champions. You know, we can't all have fun at the same time. So I'm sorry, supports. You know, and I'm sorry, junglers. It's just how it has to be right now.
I mean, support actually. I feel like supports is fine. Like you have
Lux,
so much...
If you get Lux or Yuumi,
Lux and Yuumi. Like you have 2 mage supports that are like. You have a mage support. You have a fucking enchanter support that's really good.
God. I was talking about how good fucking support was like 2 weeks ago. And I was just like, look at all their champions, and now they just added like 2 more. Shit.
Karma.
3 more.
Yeah, Karma, and then like you can still play Morgana into like certain lanes, like Braum lanes and things like that. I mean, you can play so much from support right now. Jungle like in competitive feels like it's Sejuani.
It's like 3 champions. Yeah.
Sejuani, Jarvan, Skarner. What else do people?
Trundle.
Trundle into Sejuani.
Yeah, Trundle into Sejuani. Olaf.
Yeah. Did you see the tech in Korea? I think it was where Sejuani went Hail of Blades versus Trundle.
Yeah, to not have if you have aftershock and Trundle ults you, then you go into negative. So you go
mega negative. Yeah.
You go Hail of Blades or Fleet to counter that.
Yeah, I like the Hail of Blades because then you can actually get you just hit the person.
You go auto.
You auto, and like you auto them really quickly, and even if they like try to get away, then that's when you W and you can like get them. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, Hail of Blades Sejuani. I don't know.
I tried
playing Sejuani without a key. So like, remember when Fleet Forward Sejuani was a thing?
Yeah, I hated that. You only did that for attack speed, dude. Literally, it was only for attack speed.
Yeah, it was for attack speed and because like nothing else really worked. But I mean, I think that
it was because
like I just feel like in general you need the aftershock. Like obviously Trundle, like you don't want to proc your aftershock and like have Trundle ult you, but you play around that. I feel like.
Yeah, you can play around it, but I actually liked the Hail of Blades because I didn't think it was like because I felt like Fleet Footwork was literally like you have no keystone. It was like complete garbage. Doesn't help you in almost any way at all. But like literally, you only did that because it was precision had attack speed tied to it back then, right? It wasn't like separated runes, so you had to go for that tree, which sucked so hard.
We're going deep in. We're going deep in the jungle.
We were just talking about how junglers are,
because like Santorin probably knows this stuff, but what can he do? What can FlyQuest do? Is it time for the Wadid train? Remember we talked about it earlier.
You need Wadid. So Wadid arrives this week. So
he's been in LA for a while.
Oh,
by the way, he's been in LA for a while.
Insider loco.
Well, he didn't have his. I heard he didn't have his video this week.
This week? Well, I'm pretty sure he was here this week because I saw photos of him this week with FlyQuest.
He was
Yeah.
definitely here during the preseason. They took their preseason
Yeah,
photos.
I
and
think
stuff.
he's-
Okay, no, but you are correct that he had visa things where he was here. He went to do
Mhm.
visa things, and I think he came earlier this week sometime.
Yeah, I mean, visas are fucking weird, dude. Like, you have to be out of the country to like get your visa. So like, people literally get sent to Canada for like a week to like, it's like, or like a few days. Like, go to Canada, go get your visa, and then come back. It's like,
Mhm.
what? Yeah, what happened to like, did it happen to Phoenix? I think something like that,
Mhm.
where it's like you had to send him off to be out of the country for a bit.
Dom, is it going to be another addition by subtraction thing by removing Wadid? Or not Wadid,
JJ?
removing JJ?
JJ? Yeah, definitely. And it's also just like because the team thinks he sucks. As soon as they get Wadid, they're gonna just try to play better. Like that's just how it is, how it works in
Gonna
the
try
teams.
harder.
You kick the player that sucks, and it like energizes you. It's like
Yeah.
now, thank God we can fucking win now.
There
like,
he is.
We don't care who you are, just you're not who we were just playing with, so it's fine.
Dom told us what the signs of. Now he's telling us what the symptoms are and how
Yeah.
to what
I played
alleviates
with
it
a ton of
afterwards.
shit players.
It's Dr. Dom, dude.
Dr. Dom.
Don't
He's
worry,
over
I
there.
played with a ton of
Dude, if
garbage-ass
Dom-
players.
If Dom is a coach, the first thing he'll do is like sit the 5 players down. Everyone on
Yeah.
count of 3, point out who you think the worst player is.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Okay,
You're out.
you're out.
See you, Piglet. All right.
Holy
last one. Let's touch on Cloud9 here to close out the LCS chat.
Whoa, we have to talk the Piglet thing. Now that you mentioned it, and you have me and Dom, we have to talk
All right.
Piglet.
Okay. We'll go to tweet of the week. Here we go. Tweet of the week. Just to resolve it is mainly from last week. We were wondering what the Piglet saga was going to be. He finally comes out and says, "Today I'm a free agent. Thank you, Clutch Gaming, for my past opportunities. I'm looking for a new team. I'm confident at myself and will seek success only. If you are interested, please DM me, email at blah, 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 neighbor. Email me or whatever."
I love even in like Piglet's like humble like tweet. It's usually when people are looking for teams. It's like I've learned so much. I'm ready to be a great teammate. I'm ready to work on my weaknesses. And Piglet is like, I'm confident in myself. Success only.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Because he's leaving failure.
I feel like no team's gonna say like. Think about it like realistically. He's a resident, so you're putting him versus NA players, and people still don't want him. Like people aren't taking him over Stixay. People aren't taking him over like anyone, right? Like he's just considered not even worth the position, even if he doesn't take an import slot. So I mean, I think for I'd be really surprised if he plays another game in NALCS.
I mean, I was surprised that Mickey would ever play again, but I think he played a game recently in LCK.
In XL.
Right?
In
Yeah. In
LCS,
EU.
yeah.
EU. I was just like, holy crap.
Well, how about this? There's a team, color red, has a world-class top laner, and also a former SKT bot laner currently taking a spot up. Do you think he could fit over for 100 Thieves?
No, what?
Fuck
What? No, what the fuck is this, Daniel? Are you
What do
fucking
you mean?
trolling?
No, I'm not.
Are you
Look,
trolling?
think about it. He gets to go
Oh my
play
God.
with Afro, and you have a veteran, someone that he can't just go bully and bitch at. He's got Ryu and Someday
that's not
over there.
Piglet's problem. He doesn't like bitch at his support. He just literally stops talking. He'll just go through phases where he's like, I think you're shit. I do not talk to you until you get better. Like, so he'll just ignore like people.
So would he be coming over as a mid laner, or would he be coming over as
Daniel, if Radiance ever makes LCS, fucking pay me to fucking put together a
I'm not
roster.
paying you
Don't
shit.
give possession.
You're
Don't
crushing
give
people's
possession.
dreams about
Don't give
playing
possession.
mid lane. All right, here we go.
I'm giving realistic advice.
the second
Daniel,
tweet
you're
of the
also
week.
not going to be a fucking astronaut. Stop.
The
Just
second
fucking
tweet
stop.
of the week. Don't crush my dreams, Loco. The second tweet of the week coming in with the double action. It was Darshan showing what the hell is happening here with ProView. Wonder opening up paint in the middle of his LEC match and like writing in what is going on.
That's
And
how
then
you
that
tell
turned
like how
into a bunch of
confident that
memes.
team is. Like they don't give a fuck.
I actually
Like,
I have an unpopular opinion. I think this was like a little bit over the line, not in terms of
sure,
like BM and not in terms of like. I think as like a teammate, even if we're winning and like you're trolling and you're BMing, like if you alt tap to do something, I'd be like, what the fuck? That's where I have a problem with it.
Yeah, I would fucking hate this.
Wow,
So-
he's not allowed to have any fun.
You can have
Any.
fun, but this is
I
like you
don't
can
I
have
don't
fun
like I
within
don't
the
like I
context
don't
of
like
the
having
game.
fun on stage. I always like I've never had it happen, but imagine how bad it would feel. He's fucking supposed to be like doing something here. He tabs and then he dies and the game snowballs from that, and then you lose in a game where you're trolling.
And he didn't even type it. He painted it. That took so much more time to do that and get it done. You guys don't feel like Riot should step in and do something about this?
No, this
No,
is like
no.
this is not like a Riot thing. This is like as a team, I don't think this is like okay. I think
No,
like you should be trying to fucking win. You can BM, you can do like cheesy stuff, like you can like all chat for all you want, but like this is going out of the context of the game.
Yeah, and now we get in that territory of like being a real hard ass as a coach, where it's like, you know, you're on stage, no fucking around, nothing like that. But in my opinion, if I'm Ocelot, I'm sitting there going like, yeah, more of this shit, like, because this team needs to be built up to have that enormous fan base, right? It's already happened a lot with them, but like if it keeps going at this velocity, like they might be able to like pass the fucking Fnatic in terms of how many fans they have. They're growing all the time. They used to be the villains of the LEC. Now they're like the hero or the anti-hero. And I love when they do these types of things because I think so many players have gone on like using their brand, or sorry, had used winning to be their brand. If their brand is only we win games and then you start losing, you have no fucking brand. Like I think that actually affected Bjergsen a lot, where it was like, hey, this guy's really fucking good at the game. He came here, he just takes care of business and wins. And then when they started losing, it was kind of like, well, like where's the rest of the Bjergsen brand, right? What's he going to say here? Because Doublelift, you care about him whether he wins or lose, whether his team is shit or he's good, because he talks shit and he like actually puts himself out there and has a real brand that I think people can like latch onto. I think Perks has that. I think Caps is getting that, and like seeing Wonder participate in it. I really like that personally.
I know I'm coming from a coach perspective, and
Yeah.
I know I'm a little bit more.
I'm covering entertainment perspective, man.
I know I'm a little bit more stick up my ass than other people, but I love G2 and I love like the kind of cockiness and I love what they've done. This was like the first time where I felt like it was over the line.
Yeah, no, I love because they're just like the most Europe. They're just 5 smug European players. It's like the best thing because that's like almost every European player has like massive ego and smug, and I fucking love that. Like that's what I wish NA was like. Like everyone just thinks they're fucking better than everyone else, and it's not even that they think they're better than everyone else. They think that everyone else is just shit.
Yeah.
Like if you ask Yankos, like, what do you really think of like Cold? He'd be like, ah, dog shit. Like dog shit player. Like you can tell they just think everyone else is shit. And it's so classic to me.
So no one thinks that this deserves like some sort of like penalty from Riot.
No,
like, I think,
fuck no.
I think
No.
Riot. There's two minds here.
I think that like the fucking team should be like, yo, let's not like get ahead of ourselves here. It's not like we're one worlds yet. Like,
dude, Riot. No, like that's the thing is now people are gonna care because what's gonna happen is like if they fucking like have a Fiesta game or something like that, somebody's gonna take this, cut out that paint part, and put it on like a different person's screen, and like when they're up against Wonder and Wonder's inting or something. Like when memes like that happen, that's when you have like staying power. That's when shit is great and the community has fun with it. I'm sitting there, if I'm Riot, I'm patting them on the back, being like, you know what? Maybe it's a little over the top, but you know what? Keep doing that because you know ProView needs to sell. So like this appealing, and I really like that. I think it helps everybody personally. I don't think it hurts anybody in almost any way.
Drama. Riot wants drama,
but we don't want to. But they don't want to drama. That's the thing.
That's
Riot
what
drama.
I'm saying.
They want to.
oh really? It seemed like they liked creating drama a lot in like season 2, and they banned me. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Jeez, Dom. That was the 7-year salt spewing out.
I will never like the company after that. Fuck this company. Like, are you kidding me? Fuck them.
Dom does not represent all of Facecheck. Loco love Facecheck or Riot.
And Facecheck. All right. Well, speaking of Riot coming out, putting the S in Riot Games, they finally have a new one.
It's a game mode. It's a game mode, but it's pretty much a game.
Let's talk about Teamfight Tactics, their last topic of the day here. They just basically hopped on the auto chess train and have made themselves a new thing. Comes out today. You 3 all super excited about it. Zyrene, you seem the most jazzed about it. You start off here.
Well, I'm jazzed about it for multiple reasons. Like I was playing a ton of auto chess recently when I was trying to find a new game, and I just took to it like a fish to water. It's so much fun. But when I see Teamfight Tactics, I'm really intrigued because this can't just be like an auto chess clone. Like we see like literally there's like 3 auto chess clones out there right now.
It's like what, Dota Underground or Dota Underlords,
And
this
then-
and then
And there's like a mobile one, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
As well. So it's like you could play auto chess in 3 different ways with exactly the same heroes. Now it's like you're gonna have different things here, different classes, different races, different things that can be like put together. And there's so many fucking champions in League of Legends that rotating in new units is going to be so easy to do. It'll be so easy to just find
it's
be like,
super
oh fuck this one, get that one in. Like there's so much staying power for this, and I trust the designers who did this because August Browning is one of the people who worked on it. There's a lot of people that I'll get to one that I know people hate, but I think August is like, I trust him a lot. He spent so much time on this. He's the person who made like Jin. He's done a really good designs in the
August is
past.
a great designer. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got like honestly, whatever they pay him, they don't pay him enough because he really
Who
deserves.
designed Yuumi, by the way?
Oh God,
Leaks.
who did design that?
Yeah,
I
they
don't know,
should
man.
not have a job anymore.
Oh man.
Just saying, like,
Yeah,
that's actually the most fucking troll thing I've ever experienced.
yeah, but
I will
Go.
say one thing that I heard internally. I'm not gonna say who told me, but one problem that Riot has been having is all their A players and all their best
Are
designers
doing other games and stuff.
are
right?
working on other
Yeah.
games, so
Yeah.
League has been suffering. Like that's been like an internal viewpoint of Riot. Like we can't keep the A class players working on League. So the non-League of Legends stuff, I'm fucking hyped for. This is where
Yeah.
all your best designers went. Like show me what they've been making.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be really fun. I can't wait for them to like, and the fact that they're actually ranked like pretty easily. I think they're doing it so they're doing PBE, and then a week later they're putting it on live, and then, or maybe 2 weeks later they're putting it on live, and then a week after that they're putting in ranked. So like the fact that they're like really pushing it towards being like, this is the first time that they're actually releasing a competitive game mode, right? Like everything else, like whatever you can call Twisted
Earth,
Tree like
like shit like
competitive
that,
or
yeah.
whatever, but like Earth, Nexus Blitz, none of the they never actually took one of those modes seriously. Like it feels like this is just a new game.
Yeah,
essentially.
August made Nexus Blitz as well, so like
Yeah.
I trust him with like game modes, and he kind of got his feet wet with it. But also like the people he collaborated with, I'm gonna say a name, and I don't want everybody to get triggered, but like Certainly T. Shut up. But like the thing with Certainly T is this guy is the mad scientist of champion design, because like he made Thresh, he made Yasuo, he comes up with intricate solutions to problems. And when I worked with him, he would ask questions that I was just like, that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. And he's like, but there's a version of that doesn't suck. So let's find that. He asked me a question where it was like, he's like, ranged champions have an inherent advantage over melees by being ranged. And he's like, so what if all melees started at level 2? And I was like, what the fuck? Like,
Damn.
what?
Wait,
I'm
I'd
like-
be so down for that. Give me level 2. Level
right? I was like, wait, what? Like top lane's just screwed. Like, what the fuck? And he's like, but there's a version of this where people get to feel okay playing melee champions. And he's like, is there an item that reduces range damage, like something like that allows them to survive, or at least not feel like they have no agency in their lane? So he looks at problems and tries to find intricate solutions to them. And I think him working with somebody like, yeah, well, like honestly, I feel like Windwall is a really interesting mechanic to solve the solution of, I don't want this melee to build health items. I want him to be able to get rid of damage without having to rely on itemization. And it's a skill expression as well.
I mean, I think Thresh is the best made champion in the entire game, so I guess he gets credit there. Like,
Yeah.
for me, when I look at League of Legends, I think Thresh is the most balanced champion in the game, like pound for pound.
Yeah, it's like purely skill expression for him. Like you can do so much.
He does make good champions, but his problem is, I think people have said it before, the gameplay experience of playing against his champion.
Zoe is a mistake. Yes, I'll give you that, dude. Zoe's a fucking mistake. But yeah, it's because I think the issue with Zoe, just to go into design for a quick second, is she's supposed to be annoying. But like the goal of the champion is to be annoying. And I know like you're given a goal as a designer. This champion does this. She's a little girl. She's really annoying. And like you're supposed to feel frustration playing against her. But then you meet those goals. But are those the right goals to have in this game? I actually think no. You shouldn't have a champion that's frustrating to play against like that, which makes it like really shitty. So I think they met their goals. But I think that the goals were just wrong to have in League of Legends, right? When I talk to Certainly T, he's always like, it's not my job to balance the game. I'm supposed to break it, and the balance team is supposed to fix it. So he wants to like if you aren't breaking the game with a champion release, then like why release the champion?
Damn, that is a great mentality.
That's a great job.
What a okay, great, excellent.
How many you
But
guys
if you feel the restriction as a designer of like you're now responsible for having to also balance the game, it might make you less creative with your solutions or you kind of what you put in the champion kit.
With League is that they just try to be like this is exactly what Meteor so they just try to be way too creative. It's like, what happens if your support went inside you? It's like, I don't want my support.
Now, wait. No.
Depends on who you're doing with, Dom.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe.
God damn it.
All right.
But then it's like, I would rather be supported in that situation anyway. Yeah. So.
Yeah. But basically what I'm getting to ultimately is I trust August a lot, and I actually love the ideas that certainly T comes up with. So having August to kind of put kind of like a leash on certainly T, I think is a really, I think it'll express itself through Teamfight Tactics in a really great way. And I talked to Blaustoise, and he was telling me like some of the best parts of Teamfight Tactics came from certainly T, and then were like kind of honed by other people. So I'm really excited about it. I'm super excited about it.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good.
I'm gonna buy those fucking couriers, dude. I don't know why.
Do you think Riot had like this discussion where they're like, okay, guys, we're about to put our second official game out, our second game mode out, but it's the second time we're directly copying someone else. Like, are we going to be that company? Are we okay?
What are you
with
talking
not
about,
being original?
dude? But the only way Riot was successful was copying Dota back to the roots, man.
That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. That's his point.
Back to the roots.
Do you think Riot is like, we don't like, that's who we are? Like, if our second game is also a copycat, like that's who we are, and we aren't an independent, like we aren't a.
I mean, there's not that many games that are out here making new genres. Like, you look at Epic, it's like they made Paragon, Fortnite, which is just like another fucking
if you just do it better than the other people,
like
then your game will survive.
You just have to have the better tweak on it. Like the genre is there, auto chess is there. It's like, what is the little like tweak that makes League not auto chess? Like, what makes League more fun than auto chess? Like, or the Teamfight Tactics more fun than auto chess? Like, what is that small defining factor? They just have to find that.
So I guess we'll find out here in the next couple weeks. You get to watch your favorite streamers play that. Loco, Dom, Zyrene, all probably going to be playing here in the next. If not, I guess it gets released today. Today.
Apparently, it's 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. tomorrow is when the PBE should go live.
All right, so keep an eye out for that.
Where is it? It was I think. Oh God, Zephyr tweeted about it. Yeah, she was saying like if you're a NA streamer and you're interested in Teamfight Tactics, but you don't have PBE account access, you can DM her because they have like NA streamer accounts ready. And if you also want to sign up for PBE, you can do that through the link that she has on her Twitter as well. It's at Riot Zephyr. And I mean, I think every time I've signed up for PBE with like new accounts, it's like instantly approved.
You've always been under different circumstances.
Well, I mean, like my other ones too. I guess you have to be like Honor 3 or some shit. Like,
yeah.
Dom, are you Honor 3?
I think I have one account that's Honor 3. The thing is, I don't play enough accounts. Like, I think I have one account that's Honor 3.
Okay.
Like, you need so many fucking games to actually get Honor 3. You need like 500 games or some shit on an account.
Damn, who would have 500 games here?
Well, the thing is, I've spread them across my accounts. So like, I have like so many accounts that are like Honor 2 with 2 bubbles, like Honor 2 with a 1 bubble. You know, like
Initially, when I got approved for, what's the
partnership
LPP, they're like, yeah, welcome to LPP, and then they're like, last thing we have to do is check your Honor account. I'm like, holy fuck, I'm Honor 1. I was.
Wait, you got chat restricted?
Oh yeah. I was honored 0, and then I got back to honor 1, and then I talked to them, and then they're like, okay, if you can grind it out and you can show improvement, we'll let you join. And then I think I got almost to honor 2, and they're like, okay, you can come back in, and now I'm hovering honor 2, honor 3.
Talking about the LPP actually made me think of there was like that Nightblue3 like drama a little bit where there were like screenshots that were leaked of him like reporting somebody to the LPP, and then people talking about whether or not streamers should be able to do that. And I think they fucking should, because that
was so weird. They're like, oh my God, like what the fuck? Like these streamers that like are fucking dealing with more negativity have like an extra fucking like power to like get people in trouble. That should be a fucking thing. What the hell? You're not getting targeted when you play fucking silver games, all right?
Yep.
When you're playing like Grandmaster Challenger games with 5,000 plus viewers, people are just gonna do shit to fuck with you. Like that's just gonna be what happens. And like there needs to be some way to ban these players, because if not, people saw what happened. Do you guys remember the fucking Dot video with me and Cutie like 2-3 years ago? It was like a famous fucking video where we literally got trolled 8 games in a row by the same person.
Yep.
8 games in a row, somebody runs it down on it. And it's like, you can't escape somebody when you're a streamer, because there's only one game you can play. You can't really like if you're sitting out of the queue, whatever, like you can hide the queue, whatever. People are still going to know like when you're in queue, generally speaking, and they're just going to fucking snipe you. So I don't think it's a big fucking deal. And I think it's so dumb that like Riot's response is like, oh my God, somebody leaked the Nightblue talk. And then they just shut down the fucking channel.
Oh, they shut the channel down? I didn't know that.
They shut it the fuck down.
What?
I'm not in the
Why?
Discord anymore.
Wow.
Yeah, they just shut it down because they're like, yeah, we can't like be giving you guys preferential treatment. It's like, oh, okay, nice. You can't give us preferential treatment when we're the ones that fucking make your game like continue fucking like having life. Like streamers are so important to them, and like if you look at what other companies do for their streamers, like you look at like what Fortnite did, essentially, like having like what the League Partner Program is doing now is what Fortnite did in their first year, and Riot's been out for like League's been out for like 8-9 years or something.
Use code LOCO whenever you guys buy V-Bucks.
Jesus Christ. So like my girlfriend's in the LPP, and like I knew of this channel and I had seen it and everything, and I internally at
easy
Riot,
flex there. Easy.
No, I'm just saying like, wow. I'm just saying like I know the fucking channel without being in there. Holy shit. But like the thing is, I knew about this channel and I knew it was being utilized, but it reminded me because back in the day with Riot, when I first joined, you could actually report people directly as a Rioter. You could go to like player support, player behavior, just be like, this guy, check him. Oh, I ran into a scripter. Here you go. Check this game. And then they'd be like, boom, on top of it. Then they took that away and said like, we want the system, because like what happens is if you report people directly, that means the system doesn't get better, and that the computers won't figure out how to ban people, and that the humans have to take care of it all the time. So if they're trying to perfect a system that will ban people or detect inters, they need to have the system be perfected. And if everybody just goes straight to you with these problems, then you bypass that, and the system never learns.
I agree. Whoever said this, I agree with you as a principle. As a concept, I agree with you. On an overall basis, if you keep bypassing the system, that will happen. But if your sample size is really small, let's say challenger, let's say high elo, let's say streamers, and the impact is huge enough where you need immediate, feedback and immediate fixation of the problem, then don't fucking rely on the system. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, sure, like that can work for regular clients, but when you have a really special client, you don't use the system and you make sure you have immediate feedback. Like, holy fucking shit. Like, whoever said that to you is fucking dumb. I'm sorry.
Well, I feel like when it came to like Riot, I understood that, but when it came to the streamer thing, then learning about that just now, I feel like that is a dumb move, because that is a lot of your game's publicity, right? Yeah. And if people see like Dom being inted in solo queue, like that's not a good experience for Dom. That doesn't make you want to play.
The whole thing that's so dumb about this whole situation is like, it should have been so easy. Nubrak was doing this in everyone's fucking game for days. Like all of us fucking dealt with it. And then when Nightblue reported it, they should just immediately ban him. Like everyone in the fucking Discord is like, yeah, like he's fucking inting every single game. He goes mid with Teemo and stays in Viz like the entire game. Like that's what this guy does. And instead of it just being like a quick, like, hey, this guy's trolling, ban him. It's like, okay, never. Like, we need the system to fucking take over. I don't give a fuck about your system. Why do you care so much about your system being perfect? Like, this is just like, you should just be doing band-aid fixes to try to like make the overall experience of people like watching League streams and like your streamers that are playing League. So you should just be trying to like make that more enjoyable, because that's what's going to draw more attention to the game. You think anyone watches Nightblue complain about a fucking Teemo mid inting the game for 30 minutes? They just sit here, listen to him whine about that for 30 minutes. They're like, yeah, that's fucking great. I want to play that game.
No,
there
like
was
this
people
seems like
on
shit.
Reddit defending him. That was what was fucking crazy to me. People on Reddit defending that fucking Teemo guy. I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you?
His goal is to piss off people, and then he takes sound clips and use that. Like his donation noise is me talking. Me being like, oh fuck, Nubrak's gonna int me again or some shit. And he's like, look, I pissed off Dom. It's like, okay, great. I mean, I understand that like Teemo like mid players are the same types of players that like fucking use Reddit, but at the end of the day, it's like this shit is not viable on high elo.
Thank you for making that PG-13 and not like getting us banned off of Twitch. There, thinking about you
I just
use Reddit.
I don't understand how like there was a majority of people like that were like, yeah, this fuck. I mean, fuck Nightblue. I fucking hate Nightblue also. But
Oh God, come on.
Wait, really? You don't like Nightblue?
wait, do you like Nightblue?
No, fuck no, I don't like Nightblue.
It's
Why would I like
like-
Nightblue?
Oh my god.
Dom just didn't know you were in the club. That's
Yeah,
all.
no, I just didn't know, like, I don't know.
No, everyone's in the club. It's the people that do like Nightblue. That's the special club. Like as a norm, people don't like Nightblue because
Jeez.
for one, I'm not 14, and anime jokes aren't that funny.
Well, no, it's not even that. The only reason I don't like Nightblue is fake. Like he's had two personalities when he streamed. He has like the personality that he uses now, which is real personality, and he had like the cappuccino like bullshit.
Where you did a video thing.
Yeah. So like to me that's just fake as fuck. Like I just don't respect that. I don't like when people like act differently. Like most streamers fucking do this. Like especially like IRL streamers, they just act so much fucking differently than their normal personality. But for me that's just like unwatchable. Cuz I know when somebody's doing it. It's like like I love Asmongold to death, but like obviously when he's doing his like creepy like stick man like skeleton walk and shit, that's just not him. And I don't know. I don't like seeing that repeatedly from people. So when I see people with different personalities, it's just like when I see someone, I perceive them as putting on like a special personality. I'm fine with like people exaggerating personality for stream. I feel like that's what it should be. It's when you're acting completely different than how you would normally act where I have a problem.
Well, we started off the day with Loco saying it's okay to have a bunch of haters and hate other people. Then he outs who he's not friends with. And then Dom also utilizing his skill that he did in the LCS being like, hey, I can tell when no one likes this guy and he's the problem. Doing the same thing here with the streamers as well. Calling out the fakes.
Hey, I was surprised that Loco didn't like him.
Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, let's-
You just thought you were a
wait,
14-year-old
hit it.
at heart.
Go
You
ahead,
know, like,
Loco. Go ahead, Loco. Finish
Wait.
this up and then let's wrap
Okay.
up the show.
So for
before
like
we
the
get ourselves
Tyler
kicked
1
off of Twitch.
Invitational,
Holy-
me and Daniel commentated on a
That's
match,
me.
and Nightblue played badly. So I fucking called out Nightblue, and Nightblue was like, Loco doesn't know shit, like blah blah blah. Loco got fired for this. Loco did this. Loco did this. He like basically made up bullshit. And then I was like, what the fuck? Okay, you're gonna come at me. I'm gonna come at you. And then I literally went to his tweet, and his first tweet was, guys, don't spread hate in this world. Everyone should love one another. Like support your fellow brother. I'm like, are you like this fucking? Oh my fucking god, he is so fucking fake. And like, if people can't see, like, wake the fuck up, sheeple. Like Nightblue is like, oh my fucking god. I wanted to talk to him at All Stars, like that fucking little midget. I just wanted to fucking talk to him. I wanted
Whoa,
to talk to
holy
this midget.
shit. You called him a midget? Come on, man.
He's
gonna get
short
banned
as
off
fuck.
Twitch.
He's like 5 something. Like, oh my god.
Imagine not being over 6 foot.
yeah, that's
hilarious.
Imagine not fucking rowing for UC Davis and being 6'4".
Yeah, exactly.
Just fucking
True.
imagine.
True.
I'm gonna say though, probably shouldn't be disparaging to people who are short. Just a tiny thing.
Unless it's Tyler 1, in which case like he
Hey,
deserves
yeah.
it because he stunted his own growth by taking steroids. So
All right,
yeah.
we're done.
Holy
We're getting
shit!
out. It's
Holy
fine.
shit!
It's
But we should all
time.
just love each
Sorry,
other, not
Say
spread.
something
It's
positive
time.
so we can end on something
Oh,
No
positive.
spreading hate here. Oh man, yeah. Anything said on this show actually is a joke, a parody, and you cannot hold it against us. So
Yeah. When Dom
Nah,
is like he doesn't like fakes.
I'll flame fucking Tyler any day of the week, dude. That guy lost me $1,000 for Rad IRL by inting every single game when he didn't play Draven.
oh,
That's right.
He's getting flame for the rest of his life. Like until I have $1,000 worth of flame on Tyler, I'm not stopping.
You
So,
know
like,
what's
that was
actually
maybe
fucked
$2 worth
about
of flame.
You know,
Okay.
Tyler, when he lost the bet with Yasuo, he never went through with his end of the bargain.
wait, what?
Which is what?
Or not Yasuo, with holy fuck, I keep mixing up the blouse choice. The I Love Riot shit.
Oh yeah, he never did that. That is true.
Like, what the fuck? You made a bet with this guy, and you're not going through with your part of the bargain. I'm surprised like no one's actually holding him accountable to that shit.
Wait,
Tyler
wait.
can do whatever he wants because at the end of the day, it's like, it's just Tyler 1. He's just
I
that's
when
just what everyone says.
when I was in LPP, like he would randomly like
Yeah,
scan
he
the
goes
Discord.
off. He
Oh
goes
yeah,
off
I
in
love
LPP.
that fucking channel, dude.
Fix
Yeah,
matchmaking,
fix-
fix match.
Yeah, he's like
Reset ranked. Reset ranked.
the way he addresses Riot is so hype. Hey retards, like fix this shit. I'm like, all right, nice. We just address them by hey retards these days. Let's fucking go.
I'm not
Uh,
addressing
Jesus
anybody
Christ.
like that. That's
You know what
that's
the
too much.
best
That's
thing
a
is?
Tyler thing.
best thing is,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say which writer, but the writers, like, there's some people that spam useless stuff. I actually appreciate Tyler One, because whenever he does complain and whenever he is very vocal, it is something that's seriously wrong with the game, and we put our immediate attention to it. So, I mean, there you have it. Like, being straightforward has its benefits.
Yeah, you can hold a lot of things against Tyler, but the guy fucking loves League of Legends, no matter what.
He cares a lot.
Yeah, like when
Just
that
too much.
motherfucker was banned, he played like for 36 hours straight on an account, and I was just like, what? And he couldn't stream it at all.
Mhm.
It was nuts.
Like he would literally take like breaks for like a month and a half off streaming and just play League. Like,
Yeah.
every day, like 20 games a day. I respect it. Is what it is.
All right. Well, we all love League of Legends too. That's why we chat about it every week.
Do we though?
That's how we're gonna close it out. That's
a
how we're
love
gonna
and
close
hate
it out, guys.
relation.
I'm getting us out of here. I had to get us out of a bunch of things today. I'm getting us out of a TOS ban, picking on people's appearances. Loco. Who thought that Loco was gonna be the bully here? The only
What?
guy.
I did.
No, like, okay,
Yeah.
here's the thing. I'm never the first one to strike. I'm never like I'm never the first one to like actually insinuate stuff. But
you
if
just
you
never
fuck
just strike.
with me, if you fuck with me, I'll fuck with you twice as hard, 3 times as hard, 4 times as hard. But like, I'm never the one to start shit. But I am
I'm
the
always one to
Avenger.
start shit. I'm literally always the one to start shit. Feels bad.
I don't like drama. I truly don't like drama. But if you do start drama with me, I will come at you.
Says the 2 stars of breaking point. All right, let's get us out of here. Thank you so much, guys. That was week 3 of Facecheck. We talked about LCS and a lot of other stuff. Make sure to follow us all on Twitter. Check out Loco's YouTube. This is where that's going to be
No,
loaded up.
Dom's YouTube.
Dom's YouTube. That's where it's going to be
Oh.
loaded up afterwards. If you missed it, you want to recatch any of the good stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Guys, thank you for being a part of it.